Hi, welcome to Tingly Tapestries. What can I do for you today? Alright, so you'd like to see our selection of flying carpets? That's no problem at all. We actually don't have them on display. We have them in the back room in a climate-controlled environment just because we don't want the fibers to degrade. So would you mind following me back there and we can have a look at some of the most popular selections? Okay, great. Just follow me. Alright, so here they are. Now, have you ever owned a flying carpet before? No? Okay, well let me tell you a little bit about them first, and then we can get started with the viewing, okay? Great. So, one of the most common misconceptions is that all flying carpets are alike, and that is far from the truth. Now, while all of them do basically fulfill the same purpose, which is to get you from point A to point B in style, if I might add, there are some key differences. For example, one Persian rug may be able to go at around 55 miles per hour at an altitude of 500 feet, which is rather low, while one that is made of a different material or has different stitching may be able to get you to an altitude of 3,000 feet and go a bit faster, such as 75 miles per hour. And of course the design comes into play. Some of them have floral designs, while others have just traditional triangles or diamonds and different shapes of that nature. So it's not so much a matter of purpose, but you also have to take the aesthetics into consideration when you're choosing your carpet, and of course the budget, as they all are different prices. And you also have to consider size, because some are smaller, while others, such as area rugs, while others may be meant basically for larger travel accommodations, such as if you're transporting a big group of people. Okay. No, we don't do rentals for the simple fact that they never quite come back in the condition that we lent them out in, just because of simple wear and tear. So now we used to years ago, but now we just do purchases outright. We do also have a 100-year guarantee, so that means that your carpet or your rug will be in excellent, usable condition for the next century. And if you have any issues, no questions asked, you can bring it back and exchange it out for one of equal or lesser value. Okay? You ready to get started then? Terrific. So, let me just show you this first one here. This one's very nice. It, as you can see, there's some fringe on either end, and a vast majority of the threads that were used for this one are blue, and a very deep, almost sapphire blue. And this particular carpet can reach you to an altitude of about 5,000 feet, which is quite sufficient, and it goes at about 110 miles per hour. So, yes, all of our magic carpets actually come equipped with helmets for everyone who will be, yes, and there aren't any seat belts, just for the simple fact that all of the rugs are, of course, enchanted, and once you sit on them, you will be firmly in place for the duration of your flight. So, yeah. Yes, the helmets are just essentially if any birds should come your way, or if you might not have the clearance that you expected when you're going under a bridge, that sort of thing. So this is the design on this one, as you can see, going along with the blue theme, there are these absolutely gorgeous bluebirds all throughout. And I think they add a rather unique touch, don't you? Okay, so then this next one I have to show you. This is all earth tones. This is a Persian rug, and as you can see, the design in this one is it's all diamond shapes, but they're different colors. And I want you to take a look at the stitching on this one, just because it is absolutely remarkable. These are all hand stitched, but just look how closely the stitching is done, and just how straight and so delicately worked. It's truly amazing. So this one can go about 50 miles per hour, so it's rather a slow, but it's also a luxury model. So, and it goes at about 1,000 feet, so it's kind of a lower altitude. Not too low. Yeah, all of our carpets also have an invisibility barrier, so no one will see you while you are in flight. You may have to have it recharged about every 5 years, depending upon how often you use the carpet. We do have all that information in our ownership packet. There are several different locations where you can have it recharged. The charging stations are typically run by witches, sorceresses, sometimes fairies. Yes, that sort of thing. So I'll give you a list, though, before you leave today, and it has all of the locations of them. And it's very inexpensive. In fact, some of them just barter for the actual service, so you don't need to worry about that. So this next one I call Ruby Red Slippers. And I know it's a rather unusual name. I gave it that name simply because of the vibrant red color all throughout, and it also has a bit of sparkling, glittery fabrics and threads in there that are just amazing. Yes, exactly. So this one is one of our deluxe models, one of our more luxurious tapestries. It is on the higher price range, but it will go at an altitude of 5,000 feet, and it goes at approximately 150 miles per hour, which is quite fast for a magic carpet. This is one of my favorites, and I've only actually seen 2 other carpets come in here that were similar to this by the same craftsman, by the same weaver, and I almost picked it up, but I opted for another model at the last minute, and I don't regret it, but every now and again when I do pull this rug out, I'll second guess my choice. It's just so lovely. Yes. Okay, this next one is our Hummingbird model, because it goes just as fast as a hummingbird. And of course the coloring is beautiful. It has the aquamarine blues and greens, so it almost has the appearance of a hummingbird, and it's quite shiny in some areas, the threads they used and the aspects they wove into it. So it's remarkable. This one goes at 225 miles per hour, so it is our fastest model, and it goes at an altitude of 7,500 feet or thereabouts. So I wouldn't push it any further than that. The threads might start to tear apart on you. Exactly. So this one is actually quite affordable for what you get, just for the simple fact that it's a bit thinner, because it needs to be a bit more aerodynamic to achieve those speeds. Yeah. Okay. have a couple more to show you. This rug here is our midnight rug, and we have a whole line of midnight rugs, but this one is by far the best seller. It's all black, as you can see, with just little hints of color throughout that really make it pop. And this one goes at about 75 miles per hour on a good day, when conditions are just right. Exactly. And it goes at an altitude of about 2,000 feet. So this is a great model if you are basically going to be traveling regionally. I wouldn't necessarily take it across country, just because it is a bit thinner and the threads are a little bit weaker than some of our other models. And yeah, it's not that it's not dependable, it's just you shouldn't push it too far with this rug. Alright? But it is more affordable than some of our other options, so you are getting the value there. Okay. And this is our last one here that I'm going to show you. This one here is our garden tapestry. And it has all sorts of different flowers here. I think there's a rose right there, a lily, a sprig of lavender. I think there's even an orchid somewhere here. It's all sorts of different flowers, and they're kind of mingled together, and it kind of, if you put it on the floor, which is rarely done because usually people take very good care of their fine carpets because you have to really pamper them in order to make them last. But if you do ever choose to put it on the floor, it almost looks like there's a garden in bloom right on your in your living room. So this is a great one. It's absolutely beautiful. It is quite affordable. It's kind of in the mid-range in terms of price. And this one goes quite fast. It goes about 90 miles an hour. And altitude of about 4,000 to 5,000 feet, depending upon the situation. So this one is lovely. As you can see, it has the tassels at either end, kind of like the first one that I showed you, but the tassels are multicolored to correspond with the colors used for the flowers themselves. So it is breathtaking, isn't it? Okay, so do you know which one you might like to take home with you today? Oh, that's a lovely choice. All right. Now, yes, usually we ask whether you'd like it delivered or to pick it up or bring it home yourself. You'd like it delivered. Okay, yes, that's not a problem at all. What we'll actually do is we'll set up a delivery date, and then you won't have to pay until it's delivered to your door. That way you can give it a quality check when it arrives, just to make sure everything's as it should be. And then you can just submit the payment to the delivery person, okay? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll have them wrap it up for you, and you can actually go to the front counter there. Rose is there, and she'll be more than happy to take all of your delivery information, and that's all we need from you. Okay, great. Well, it was fantastic meeting you, and I'm glad I could help you choose the perfect magic carpet.